This city didn't fade away slowly. There was no long decline, no gradual decay. Instead, more than 5,000 people packed up their lives and left in under 3 months, leaving behind homes, furniture, televisions, even children's toys. Today, it stands completely empty. This is the story of the city that vanished almost overnight. Off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan, sits a small concrete island officially known as Hashimoto. First glance, it looks like a warship drifting across the sea. Tall gray buildings, rigid walls, and no visible greenery. But this island wasn't built for war. It was built for coal. In the late 1800s, coal was the fuel powering Japan's rapid industrial growth. And beneath this tiny island was one of the richest coal seams in the region. So Japan did something radical. They built an entire city on a rock barely large enough to hold it. By the 1950s, Hashima Island had become one of the most crowded places on Earth. Over 5,000 residents lived on just a few acres of land. Families were stacked vertically in Japan's first high-rise concrete apartments. There were schools, shops, hospitals, bathhouses, movie theaters. Children played on rooftops because there was nowhere else to go. Some apartments never saw direct sunlight. It was loud, claustrophobic, and strangely alive. Despite the harsh conditions, residents formed tight communities. Everyone depended on everyone else because on this island, there was nowhere to escape to. For decades, coal kept the city alive. But then everything changed. In the early 1970s, oil replaced coal as Japan's primary energy source. Coal demand collapsed almost overnight. The mine beneath Hashima was no longer profitable. And when the mine closed, the city's only reason for existing disappeared with it. There was no backup plan, no alternative industry, no future. The order came quickly. The island would be shut down completely. What happened next was unprecedented. Within just 3 months, nearly every resident left. Families boarded boats with only what they could carry. Some were wealthy enough that they didn't bother packing. They left behind refrigerators, televisions, furniture, entire apartments frozen in time. The sounds of footsteps, voices, and machinery vanished. Almost overnight, Hashima went from a living city to a concrete shell surrounded by sea wind, salt, and rain. Began their slow work immediately.